do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. What's the deal, y'all? It's the Interview Podcast, the number one podcast in the world. Once again, we at S&B Studios with it in Atlanta. And you know we got a special guest today, the one and only Playground Emperor, whatever you want to call him. He got all the motion going.
Sure.
He going from the A to the A, literally Alabama to Atlanta, back and forth, having motion, parties, music, clothes, shirts, drip, culture in general. You feel me? Thanks for coming on here, though. You feel me? We've been trying to get the interview for a minute now. I think a couple months, maybe.
We've been talking about it ever since I saw you at the
on the
scene. Pop-up.
Yeah, and at the pop-up, I remember I seen the jacket, and I'm like, bro, this is tough. But I'm like, bro, I'm coming back. Trust me, because you know they hit you with the pod. I mean, at the pop-up, they be like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna come back.
And don't come back.
Never come back.
Stuff. They never come back for it.
See, I was like, man, I gotta get something that I know I could wear and it's gonna pop. And I'm not paying $150 for a jacket. I don't know. You feel me? I'm not doing that.
It was cool too, just the overall experience. Because even then, I know my partner Leak, he was taking pictures that day, so you ended up landing on the page.
Oh
and everything.
Yeah. I remember.
It was smooth.
Because I'm like, make sure y'all tag me. I need that.
Yeah,
I need a couple followers off that.
No cap.
Yeah. So was that your first pop up in Atlanta?
So that was my second pop up in Atlanta. I had did on a scene. Like I think the one before that, the one before the summer one, I had did that one, but I didn't do it myself. Like I actually was at like the shop where I get my t-shirts and stuff printed, and one of the guys was in it, and so we was just chopping it up, regular little shop talk. And he essentially was like, "Hey, like if you want to join, we can split the table." So I was like, "Shoot, let's do it." Like I got inventory, might as well see how I do. So the first one I did, it was three weeks after we had launched the brand. So we launched on 420. And then 3 weeks later, like I said, did the first pop-up shop. And shoot, we made like $3K off of like half a rack. It was half a rack, half a table. Ran up 3 racks first time. And that's when I knew from there, I was like, yeah, we on to something.
That's crazy. $3K on the first drop, the first pop-up, $3,000. He just paid your rent for 3 months. No cap. Literally. But so you said 420 you dropped it. The special meaning behind 420?
Yeah, so the 420 drop was definitely like a hidden meaning. So without going too far in the future, definitely want to take the playground and dabble into like the likes of like cookies and runs. So yeah, like the branding behind everything is very strategic. I definitely have set up and thought like lots of long nights on YouTube studying, watching Burner, different, just different people and how they were structuring their brand. Because that's the one thing that I wanted to have, like when I started the brand, was like making sure that I had like a true brand identity, outside of just like producing clothes for money.
Yeah. So what's the meaning behind the playground? I know it's ride for your life. If you can see the merch, brand new merch. Hey, you might not have this, but you can have it later. You can.
No cap.
I promise.
So yeah, the meaning behind the playground. Originally at first I actually had a clothing brand called Locked In. And so I was doing that. That started off in high school. And my Locked In bro right here in the corner. So shouts out to all the Locked In bros out there. But yeah, started off with Locked In, and we were doing that just like we were all athletes and stuff like that, and we were getting ready to go off to college. So like we just started that off of just like staying focused. But then of course matriculated up into college, and so started going through this different life stuff. Like we're all athletes at different schools. We got different schedules. We got different stuff going on. So trying to run a business was kind of like hard in a sense to like not being in the same area as well with those conflicting schedules. But then I just hit like a mental roadblock. Like I said, I was going through just different things in my life, breakups, sports, all kind of stuff, school, all that stuff is hard. And so I was kind of like in the mental rut. And so the playground for me was like a space of freedom. Like it was like my ability to create. Like a lot of people had considered me like a badass kid. It was like, you do what you want to do, when you want to do, how you want to do it. And so I was like, shoot, like, bet, like, if I'm a badass kid, like, where do badass kids normally be? Like, what are they doing? So I kind of just started to dive into that. But the overall meaning for me, to kind of be more concise, was just the playground is where recess never ends. So just how, like, when you grow up, life starts to hit you hard and you start to kind of be weighed down. You're not necessarily like your purest form of yourself. It's all about tapping back into that inner child and just being authentically you. Like that's one thing like for me that I've always wanted to be is just like my true self. Like I don't want to like fit in with a trend. I don't want to fit in just to be cool. Like I want to be me and be accepted for being me. So I just wanted to push that towards everybody. Like, be your authentic self.
Definitely. And I think that's very important because think about it like this: if you join a group or you want to join them because they're cool or whatever, they're gonna accept you for whatever you do for them or whatever they think of you. Like, oh, he be on that or he lit. Let's tap him in now. But when you don't want to be on that lit stuff, is they still gonna tap in with you?
Yeah,
Probably
sure.
not. You feel me? So, like he said, like staying just authentic, true to yourself. That's the way to win. You know, if you stay true to yourself, you gonna win. There's only one you. You feel me? So,
Personality sells. Like who you are as a person sells.
100%.
Like if you look at like Drewski, like his personality sells. Like of course he's funny, but that's him. Like that's not him trying to be funny. That's just naturally him. And even like just different influencers and people that I see on Instagram and stuff that are doing their thing. Like my favorite people are just authentically them. Like Kanye, like one of my favorite people that I study as far as fashion, music, all of the above, like just the iconic symbol. He's him. Like he doesn't care about the media. He doesn't care about the money.
At all.
Care about anything. He's just gonna be himself. So that was like one thing, like I said, that I've always wanted to be. And like even like growing up in school, like I wasn't just necessarily always accepted. Like I was a super smart kid, so I was in like AP classes, the IB program and stuff like that. But I was like not necessarily, I don't want to say cooler than like the smart kids, but I was like, I had a little bit more edge to me. Yeah, a little bit more swag and edge than just like the normal smart student. But I wasn't in the classes with like the regular kids in the sense. So it was like that bridge between like, okay, like, yeah, he's like the little smart kid, but like he cool, but we don't know him. So it just took me a while to really get to the point of just like, okay, yeah, like this is me. Like I'm gonna be me and they're gonna accept me for being me.
So do you think Kanye is actually crazy?
Nah. I don't think Kanye is crazy. I think the media plays a big picture in how people are perceived and what society accepts. Like a lot of people aren't able to think on just necessarily like the highest level. So like if you aren't able to see through like the media's control and who owns the media and like what their agendas are, then it's like of course you're only gonna see what they give you. So if you don't seek to find like better knowledge or understanding, then you're gonna think, yeah, Kanye's going on a rant. He's crazy, but you don't see what's going on behind closed doors. You don't see how they're trying to control him or tug him and pull him this way due to his influence.
Factual. He just gave y'all 20 years of knowledge in 10 seconds. You feel me? In 10 minutes. So
facts.
Definitely listen to what he said. The media, they put out there what they want you to see. They ain't gonna put everything.
Oh yeah, no.
Put exactly what you need to see. Get you scared. Get your hopes up. Whatever's gonna happen.
Once you learn the power of editing and what software can do towards clips and towards what people say, like you'll start to, like I said, search for your own understanding. Yeah. So that's the biggest thing. But yay for president, man.
Yeah. Ye was supposed to win. What was that? Where he ran? 2020?
2020, yeah.
2020. He had like 40,000 votes or something like that. Like
that was wild.
People really voted for him, but that was a wild election. People was voting for Harambe. People wrote these nuts on there, and they got like 9,000 votes. I'm like, who? Like that's a lot of people to really.
That started to show me like social media influence, like how strong trends
our presidential election. This is the top of the top.
For sure.
And we over here voting for Harambe. like make it make sense. Yeah, so I want to get into the media because one thing I noticed, your marketing. Marketing is A1, You see Honcho on there. You see Quan on there.
Sure.
You got little Tony in your stuff.
Definitely.
Talk about how you had to promote them when they wore your brand, and even Honcho, he wore it in the whole interview. You feel me? The pants and the shirt,
For sure. Yeah, first off, like shouts out to each and every one of those individual names. Shouts out to Honcho for wearing it, Lil Tony for wearing it, Leora wore it, just various different people. Shouts out to all of them because, of course, like y'all didn't have to wear it, so I appreciate each and every one of y'all. But righteously, when it came to, I guess, like the marketing aspect of like once I got the pictures back or like getting in touch with them, like what's more?
I would say like we can touch on getting in touch with them, but before just like when you got the pictures, because a lot of people they get pictures with celebrities or they might even get drop interviews with it, but they might not know how to capitalize on that or make the best out of that situation.
I got you. So like any footage, whether it's media, whether it's a live, whether it's just a little snippet of them in it, like anything is going to help boost your brand. Like people are very impressionable.
Definitely.
So if you can get a person that people look at, whether it's like, if you're a fashion brand, it doesn't necessarily have to be like a big artist, but it can be a lower tier artist that is known for dressing. Like you got, okay, people may want to go like say, just like get baby, but shoot, you may be able to get Key Glock. Key Glock is known for dressing. Key Glock gonna put your stuff on, he's gonna make it look fly.
Fact.
So you gotta just like understand the lane of people and like your targets of who you want to get as influencers in your stuff. And then once you do get the media back, sure, like if you don't have a media team, research yourself. Like YouTube University is my biggest help. You can YouTube how to use CapCut, use these different editing softwares and stuff like that, chop up the video and then post it. Consistency with the marketing side is like what really kind of gets you going outside of paying, for ads and different things like that. Just the overall consistency is what's going to really just get people to continuously see your stuff. Like that's what they want to see.
That's true. That's true for sure. So when it came down to specific photo shoots, was the idea to make it like the playground theme, recess never ends? Because I see like a lot of the photos, they kind of look fun. Like, dang, I want a model for that. You feel me? Or I want that brand.
So yeah, for sure. Like all the way from like the models we choose, like the poses that they do. Like I always like to tell the models, smile. Like I don't necessarily want a mug. Like I don't want just a straight face. Like I want you smiling. I want you to be being joyful. So like at the photo shoots, we'll play like music like that makes you happy though. Like stuff that's gonna turn you up. Like I like to ask my models like, what's your favorite song? Like your go-to song. Like you trying to turn up, you getting ready to go out.
Sexy Red.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you ready to go out to a party or something like that. Like what you finna turn on in that car before you pull up to the function. And we'll play that and they just, get in their vibe, get in their zone, and then we just create magic. But yeah, like the whole atmosphere of the playground is like embedded all the way down. It's like just the color scheme, the freaking the marketing side of it, the name, the catchphrases, like where recess never ends, enjoy the ride. Like those are all things that like can trigger you to think about like joy, like moments of joy in your life.
Let that sink. Let that sink. And we're gonna transfer it to, where are you from? How did your hometown influence your drip now? The style or the clothes you got into.
For sure. So I was originally born in Montgomery, Alabama. Like both my parents went to Alabama State, which was a terrible decision. But they made me, and so
why
that
you
was
say
cool.
that was terrible?
Because I go to Tuskegee, and like that's our rival. So I like
But none of y'all went to Clark, Atlanta. So is that all 3 terrible decisions from the family, like from the playground?
I ain't even gonna like say too much on the AUC because I love y'all and y'all got a lot of support and potential business out there. So I ain't gonna squander no bucks. But so I was born in Montgomery, Alabama, but I moved to Atlanta at I believe 4. I could be wrong. I think it's 4 or 5. And so I was staying on the south side in Mount Zion. Then stayed part of my time in College Park, Old National. Then on the east side.
Everywhere.
Yeah, kind of everywhere. But then I went to school at Jonesboro for high school and stuff like that. So graduated from Jonesboro High. So definitely like growing up in the A, of course, you see everything. Like you see all kinds of fashion trends. You got all different artists and stuff that are coming up that really impact culture. So I definitely say like it gave me a sense of just creativity. Like I didn't really wasn't limited to just one box because like I saw like, okay, going to Little 5 Points, I'm seeing the vintage stores. I'm seeing, people just like putting it on that isn't necessarily designer. Then you can go to Budcare, you seeing, okay, bet I'm seeing the people who rocking the designer. They rocking the Gucci, they rocking the Louis, they rocking, the Fendi, they rocking all of the designer brands. Then so you can go to the east side, you might see some skin tight jeans and the polo tee, and that's the drip and some J's. So it's like, you get to see
skin tight, heavy on that.
No, skin tight for sure. But you get to see all of those different trends, and then kind of just find your niche.
So was you ever into the super skinny jeans? Because they not regular skinny, they like super skinny. Like I think they say that on there.
Yeah, so I don't think I technically bought super skinny. I had like one pair of jeans that like fit skinny. I ain't gonna lie, because I don't want nobody like later on down the line I blow up.
I caught you.
Like, I'm glad I blow up, and they're like, you never said you wear skinnies, and they go like find a picture. So I definitely had one pair of blue jeans in high school. They was like low key my favorites too.
I know they was.
But they was on the skinnier side. I ain't gonna say super skinny, but they was skinny.
They was skinny.
They was skinny.
How you feel about the Atlanta drip now, like the brand specifically? Because I personally see a lot of copycats.
Ooh, okay. So I'll give credit first. I feel like Atlanta is like budding as far as like small brands. And I think that the ones who do take good thought and really take time to like think about like the marketing, think about the meaning, think about the brand message are getting their shine. And then of course like Atlanta is like land of opportunity, like land of quick money. So there is like lots of people who maybe aren't as authentic or aren't as creative, that kind of, copy and paste, they kind of copy and paste other people's work. But I mean, you get in where you fit in, but only the true brands with true meaning survive. You feel me? Like Stussy didn't survive like for the longevity that it did off of like copying another brand's designs. Like I read this book, The Hundreds. It was This Is Not, hold on, what is This Is Not a T-shirt. That's what it's called. And it just talked about like really just building up a brand. And so like Bobby Hundreds and stuff like that, like he really just spoke on that, like how to withstand times. Cause like a lot of stuff is trends, but like if you're following trends, you rise and sync with the trends. But if you're creating authentic pieces that are true to you, then like your audience is going to be there and it's going to survive as long as you keep producing stuff.
We better not see no play skates out here. If I see the play skate or the park, like
yeah, nah, I ain't gonna lie. Like by the time, hopefully, well for me, by the time like they get to like copying, that mean I'm doing something right, and hopefully that means I'm up through there financially. I'm probably still doing the playground, but on to the next and bigger things. So like, hey, if y'all want to make the park, y'all want to make the skate ramp, whatever y'all want to make, y'all make it. Cause that just means, like I said, I did my job.
Yeah.
And I influenced somebody and I impacted somebody. So like, I'm not necessarily like opposed to that. Like I always feel like it's enough money for everybody out in the world. So like my vision versus your vision is gonna be different. My execution versus your execution is gonna be different.
That's true. That's true for sure. So are you still throwing parties in Alabama? I know, he had the littest parties in Alabama, like known to man. So
yeah, nah. So I haven't really been throwing parties. So like the area I'm in, like Tuskegee, they low key started to like hold nuts on me for real, cause like the party started getting too big. So like they started really like limiting venues that I could use. Like if they saw my name on paperwork, like they'd cancel my party. Like if they saw
Alabama small like that, like
just Tuskegee is small. Like Tuskegee don't have really like any venues. So like we would be like literally, if it's not on campus, and you can't do stuff on campus unless you like a licensed organization.
Fact.
So like we had like the municipal complex, which is like the government building in Tuskegee. We had one club, but during COVID it shut down. So outside of that, it's like little bars and lounges, but they try to like push 21 plus. It's a college town, so it's like majority of folks 18, in there is 18 and 22. 19, yeah. So they kind of like start to like pull their D-boy and just push me out the market. But I wasn't really tripping on it because like I started to, like I said, throw parties in Birmingham or throw parties down in like I did Miami spring break last year.
That's lit.
Different things like that. So I haven't necessarily been throwing them down in Tuskegee as of recent, but I'm graduating in May, so I got some stuff up my sleeve for graduation. Got to go out with a bang.
Yeah, Tuskegee can't hold you.
Oh no,
they can't. They can't hold you. Yeah, definitely gotta throw some little parties in the. Hey, we gotta do something together.
Oh yeah, no, that's the next level up. Soon as school is done, I'm coming for Atlanta. Like I've already been like planting seeds and really just doing that little groundwork. But soon as I'm done with school, Atlanta is mine. Like I gotta have it.
Yeah. So what's your ideal best party? Like if you was like, okay, this party was lit. This happened. This happened. This happened. That's what made it lit. You feel me?
Ooh, that's a good question. Outside of course, is like making sure that everybody like come have a good time and then return home safely. Like that's like my first like worry is always just making sure that everybody gets home safely, because like I don't want no tragedies happen on my watch. But as far as just like the overall experience, like once you get in there, I don't want you to have to really worry about anything. Like I want you to come in, I want you to have a good time. Like I was big on like, shoot, you come in, I already got a bottle that I'm giving, like pouring you shots up. I used to walk around with like the spouts, like like how the bottle girls, they had a spout at the section. Like I had a spout, big old bottle, and I'm just like, hey, come on, like let's get lit. So like as long as I'm lit, as long as my energy there, I'm getting you turned up. Like shit is gonna be a good party. So that, and then of course like a great DJ. Like DJs really help parties. Like DJs can make or break your party. And then low key, like people don't realize this too, but security can make or break your party. Like the efficiency of like your systems, like getting people in. Like I've seen parties that could have been a potentially 20K night end up being a 5K night because, oh snap, like people getting tired of waiting in line, or now people done got to fighting outside because they bumping or pushing because security trying to hold the door, security playing around. So it's like, as long as you got your systems in place, that's when really make a good party. So overall, like I said, making sure that the liquor there, making sure that the vibes is there. Making sure that it's good music in place, and then that everybody make home safe. Like that's the best part to me.
So if you was to, take a vibe from the party, what liquor is your go-to?
Or my go-to recently, I was big into the Grand Coromino, Kevin Hart brand. So shouts out to Kevin.
That
I
shit
know,
was smooth. I ain't gonna lie,
yeah,
smooth.
Grand Coromino is good. Like shouts out to Kevin. I promise you, like I know Cat Williams was going in on you, bro, but you did good with liquor. Like I will say that, like you did real good with
They
your
said
liquor.
when you drink his liquor, like it make you funnier and make you laugh too.
Might make you a little comedian, bro. You might crack a few jokes. Like it's definitely gonna loosen you up. Like if you one of them guys that be like, scared to talk, a little shorty or not, get that Grand Gourmet in your system. You might say some 5 bars. But more like even up to date, I've been drinking Adactivo. It's a tequila. And it's hard. Like it's super smooth.
What the bottle look like?
It's like curved. It's almost like
the curved one with the top on
top,
it.
And the top got a shot in it.
Yeah, that shit is good.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was called that though, but I had it.
Adactivo.
So the Casamigos, you said that's just a trend.
Casamigos is actually like taste wise, it's like at least the Blanco. I won't speak for like the Anejo and the Repo, but the Blanco Casa is terrible. Like I've had my worst nights on Casamigos Blanco. Like anytime I've ever like thrown up, I don't really be throwing up off liquor like that. Like that's just one thing I don't really do. But like the one time I did, we was like in Opium. We was going crazy though. I was like 23 shots in. But
what did he just say? 23 shots.
We gonna break that down. But we was going stupid.
That man is turned.
But yeah, I got on a bus and the last shot of Casamigos was not doing it for me. And it was just raps. So Casamigos, Blanco, you don't get my endorsement.
Okay. So I need us to break down these 23 shots. Like, how did you take 23 shots in one night and you're still sitting here today?
So one, like Tuskegee culture, that's why I say like, bro, you got to come down there. Like Tuskegee culture, like especially homecoming, like Tuskegee gonna get you right. So like I
heard that.
Yeah, like no, like the first day I stepped on campus, like I'm like, oh, I'm still fresh and new to everything. So I'm like, oh, like, hey, college, like, boom, I'm finna go to the little NSO stuff, new student orientation things, and we just gonna rock out. Man, my NSO leader's like, nah, like meet us at this spot at this time, cool. Walk in there, they like, boom. I'm like, yo, I don't even really do this. They're like, nah. They're like, nah, twin, let's get right. So I'm like, okay, cool. Start off, boom, start there. So like tolerance just started to get built up. But this particular incident, I was with my LB, his sister, our whole like little group that we be with. A lot of times when I come to Atlanta, like we be kicking it. And so it was her birthday, and this was like the week after my birthday. So I didn't really get to celebrate my birthday that year, just because like business, I was like moving around and stuff like that, so I didn't really get to celebrate. So I told her, I was like, shoot, we gonna really turn up on your birthday. So we was at the crib, and like we always pregame at the crib. So everybody bring their own bottle though to our pregame. It's like it's mandatory. Like everybody bring your own bottle. So we come in, and they're like, all right, let's do it. So we start off, boom, get them down. We probably like 6, 7 in before we leave the crib. But we also on the Sprinter. So that's the other thing. Like I don't got no worries. I ain't got to drive. I don't got to do nothing. It's like, okay, cool. We like 6, 7 in. And then this is like, you know how dudes be. They start talking smack. So my LB, he like, hey, you like, you know now, like, you babysitting, bro. I'm like, hey,
bro,
I
took 10 shots.
I can't
drink no more.
I'm like, bro, I don't even want kids right now. Like, so what you think like would make me want to babysit this shot? Like, I'm like, come on. So, yeah. So from that point forward, I'm like, bet any shot you take, I take. Any shot I take, you take. So like literally, I'll take a shot. I might not be feeling good. Then he like, shoot. Then he just booted back up. He like, bet, let's do another one. Boom. Then like, as soon as he have like a down moment, I'm like, shoot, let's do it. Then we had our other partner from FAMU. His name David. So he in there. FAMU get lit too. So he talking smack. He like, oh shoot. So we the only real Mohicans. And every time we drink, it only be like me, my boy Zay, who my LB, my guy Sam, who my other LB, and then David. Like we be like the last people standing. Like every time, like 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, we just still at the table, just like chopping it up, taking shots. So this night, like I said, we get to the club. Boom, we start off with like 4 bottles at the section. But this time, like my friend Rachel, they mom and stuff was plugged in with the club owner, I think his name is like Mr. Kevin. They plugged in with him. So like we ordered 4, like paid for 4. He brought out 4 more, like he matched us. So that's where like it got wicked, cause they like, oh well, we can't take the bottles out the club, so we got to turn up.
Man, I would have invited like 10 more vibes, and they're like, y'all gotta, you feel me? Y'all gotta drink.
Yeah,
some
see,
of this shit.
Probably like if I'm like, if it's just us and we like buy our Dolo, For sure, but it's like it's my homegirl birthday vibe. So like she
it's
gon'
turn.
she not finna have like no other girls coming to her section taking the shots and stuff. So she like, shoot, like we gonna turn up. So before you know it, I remember like rapping freestyle, being standing up on the couch, and I remember saying, "Hey, the sprinter here," and I was like, "I bet." Went down the steps, and I don't remember nothing else.
You just
It's a great
woke
night
up the
that I made
next
it
day.
home. Made it home. Woke up the next day. I was smooth too. I ain't even had no hangover. I was cool. Got it all out my system. So,
Yeah. That's a night right there.
No, it was.
They
Yeah, no, it
said
was
8
crazy.
bottles in the section. They already pregame. You do the math.
Yeah, like, and then we was taking shots on the sprinter. Like, we took the bottle on the sprinter too. So we like
for
taking
sure.
shots,
For
moving
sure.
around. Like, it was overall a great time.
Okay. So what's the difference between Atlanta style with Alabama style?
Atlanta is much more fashion forward. Alabama catches everything that Atlanta does, like, late. So that's really it. Like, all the same stuff. Like they start getting to the skinnies. Then like once Atlanta starts switching to like, okay, more designer stuff, designer kicks, like they start switching to the designer kicks and stuff like that. But it's just slower, and not necessarily as much creativity. I will say like two cities in Bama that I'll get a credit that like do be having like hard stuff is Birmingham and Mobile. Like Mobile, of course, they got like
That's
the
where
rap
No
scene.
Cap
Yeah,
from, right? Okay.
No Cap and Rilo from Mobile. So they be putting it on down there. Like Mobile, Birmingham, they be putting it on for sure. They like mini Atlanta's like low key.
What about food wise? Food better in A or food better in Alabama?
Food options better in Atlanta. But there's different cuisines. So like Mobile, like, that's kind of towards the water. So like they got your crawfish, they got your just seafood, stuff like that. That you can rock with down there. But overall, I ain't gonna lie, like well, my bad. I ain't gonna lie though, like I love like going down to my grandma's house in the country though and just like eating like
Eating good.
country food. Got good soul food, like just eating good grub. But there's a lot more options in Atlanta, so that's why I give like Atlanta the nod. And they both the South too, so it ain't like too big of a difference, but Atlanta just got more options.
Facts. So getting back to clothes, you got your brand started, you're trying to figure out the creativity, you got the colorways. What about the pricing? How did that come about? Like, okay, this is worth this, or I want to charge this, because I know some people, they like, if I tax out the gate, people gonna know like this high end. But then some people like, I'm gonna just go low ball, build my people up.
Yeah. I always say that it's easier to start high and then go low versus going low and going low and then trying to go high. If a person gets used to your brand being a $20, $40 brand, they're gonna want to spend $20 and $40. Trying to go up to 100, it's gonna be like, what's different about this? Like, what make me want to pay 100? But if I start off at 100, 125, 200, 250, like that's what Atlanta brands be charging for. I can always say, okay, bet I'm gonna run a sale, and you get a half off for 125. I'm still making profit.
Yeah.
But it's just all about like how you structure it, because it's all numbers. So I really just sat down and crunched the numbers. So trying to make anywhere from 150% to 200% markup, on your pieces, just because you got to factor in like time, creativity, like the time of your money being held in the investment of just having the merchandise. Like if you're not immediately selling out of every drop, you're not just doing like super huge drops.
Fact.
Then your money is tied into each one of those garments that you have, like sitting there, whether it's at your house or where it's at. It's like that's just dead money sitting there. So you got to like take into account all of those things, and then just sit down and, like I said, what do y'all feel like my time is worth? What I feel like also like the quality. Like if you got good quality too, like quality speaks for itself. So if I'm sitting there and like I have like a Gildan tee, I can't. Well, I'm not gonna say can't, but I shouldn't be charging $100 for a Gildan tee. Like I know that's gonna mess up on folks. But if I got good quality stuff, then it's like it's gonna last you the test of time. So then therefore, like you get more wears out of it. So like that price up front may be a little bit harsher, but I get more wears. So it's like I get more bang for my buck in the long run.
Facts. Because I was just gonna ask also like what you think is most important, whether it's the quality or the design, or the colorway. Because colorway is like, if you got these colors, it's different. Normally it might be black, white, black, red. You see a lot of brown and the tan now, like the cream. So like, do you think the colorway, design, or quality is the most important?
Colorway, design, or quality, which is most important? They kind of all coexist, honestly. But let me see, like, if I can give you one concise answer. Colorway design or quality. I would say good quality can make up for lackluster design. A fire design can make up for lackluster quality. I think that's like the best way to put it.
And then the colorway is just
Colorway is going to help you stand out. Like colorway will draw people to your stuff, like because you can like like I said, all of it kind of like boils down to like what are you trying to like convey to them. Like I go like light colors and pastels because I want to like make a happier like a more fun shirt. Like if I'm a rock say streetwear brand, like I'm gonna go dark colors. Like if I'm it just all depends on like your marketing and what you're trying to convey to your audience. That's what I say for it.
okay. So as we wrapping up, just diving back more into you, we want to know, what did you pledge? What's your Greek?
Oh yeah, for sure. The oldest and the coldest, man, the best fraternity in the land, Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated.
There we go.
Gamma Phi Chapter 2. Got to shout out the bros.
Yeah. So how was that whole process? Being online. I know you can't talk about in detail, but just the experience, like you ducking off for months. You feel me?
Alpha Phi Alpha is a non-hazing fraternity, so I don't really know what line is, gang. But nah, it was what it was. Like it was cool. I ain't really got like much to say about it outside of like it makes you have like a love for your brothers that's like out of this world. Like I'll do, pretty much anything. Like them boys can have to shut off my back at any time. They can call me at any time and get whatever they want out of me. So like that's pretty much it. Cause yeah, I can't really.
Did you make them like some custom playground merch?
Yeah, no, I ain't gonna lie. Like they used to have like all the locked in gear. Like I did like black and gold locked in gear. A lot of them too. Like they get early access to like all of the stuff that I like make. Like I send a design in the chat, which y'all think, okay, bet this just came in. Let me know if y'all want it before I go ahead and post it on the site so they can get first dibs for sure.
Okay. Did you pledge because of family or it was like something all on you?
No, so my mom is an AKA, but like she not like overly Greeky. You feel me? So like I grew up, I knew about it, but I ain't really like I weren't like too head in. But when I got to Tuskegee, like it's a bit bigger thing there at Tuskegee. But honestly, like a lot of stuff in my life was easy. Like growing up, like so I was like I did a lot of stuff, bro. Like random stuff. Like I was nationally ranked at chess at one point in my life.
Golly.
I did baseball, basketball, football. I was like regional public speaking champion in middle school, like with FBLA. Like I just did all kind of stuff, bro. So like I said, life was pretty smooth as far as like the academic side and even sports wise. I started to excel. But once I got to school, it's like specifically with Alpha. That was like the one organization that never really showed me no interest. Like they never act like they cared. They never act like they knew who I was. And so it was like a challenge. I was like nah, like I don't know me. Like I throw parties. I'm the freshman that throw all the parties. Like, I'm lit. Yeah, on me. Like I'm lit. I had that chip on my shoulder. And so I went for it. And it was crazy. Like it definitely wasn't just no cakewalk. It wasn't given to me. Like so that was like my journey in it. Like it was kind of just like a proving to myself that like I can do anything I put my mind to.
Facts. That's a good way to put it. Dedication. Putting your mind where it's at. It's gonna happen. You put your mind to it for sure. So your mom, that's her favorite jacket, huh?
Facts. Yeah, she love this.
Yeah, she probably wear it every day. Showing that support.
Yeah, mom be rocking it at school. Like her kids be asking about it and stuff. Like she definitely love it. Little bro be supporting my little brother. He be posting in it. He be having all his little baseball friends and stuff rocking it. He doing real well. Like he's ranked in the state and stuff like that. So he be going up. So they be seeing him. They be hitting me up like, hey, yeah, I saw your brand. Zay told me I'm trying to get some of it. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like it definitely just overall be smooth. Like even I gave my little sister a set because she finally like she sprouted up and got super tall. And so she's 9, but she got like I said, hit a mean growth spurt. So she was able to wear my extra smalls in the last set I had dropped. So I gave her a set and like literally like she was wearing that joint out. Like my dad, like I dang near had to like tell her like, baby, you can't wear it no more. Like you gotta give it a break real quick. Like so yeah, like they all be proud of it. Pops be proud, grandma, whole family for real. Like everybody be rocking with it.
That's cool for sure. So you talked about the photo shoots. You had the music going. Who's some of your favorite artists that you like to turn up to? Like
oh man,
go-to artists.
Yeah, I listen to a bit of everybody, but gotta go just all the Concrete. I know they like trending right now, but like I really just like be trying to dive into their catalog. Like DC 2 Trill, he's super hard. His release stuff, his unreleased stuff. Draft Day go crazy. Karos is turned. Camo, he live. Like he got features and songs with Yachty that go up. And then Boat is Boat, bro. Like Boat is really like he going up. He got the fashion on lock. He got the music on lock. Like he doing his thing. And it's funny, like, of course, that you asked that, because like righteously, like when I had started with the music stuff, that's literally where I started music. Like I was like, shoot, bro, like I'm gonna do music, bro, because I feel like I can look you blow up and get signed to Concrete. And if I get signed to Concrete, then they wear my merch. So I'm like, shoot, like let's do it. Like that can be my way to like get some of them in the brand. So yeah, and then outside of that, like super huge Gunna fan. Like I don't care what they say about my boy,
Facts.
he gonna slide 24/7. He ain't snitch on me.
He ain't snitch on me
I
either.
was gonna say, ain't in no situations where I'm doing nothing where he gonna snitch on me. So, shoot, yeah, big Gunna fan. Who else do I be really playing? Oh, V's, man. V's been on the come up, and V's with Detroit, bro. He been snapping. I've been loving seeing him. Can't be fucked with CBF.W. For sure. So he definitely been rocking out. He had one hell of a 2023. So I'm interested to see what comes out of him with 2024.
Yeah.
And then even after V, Honcho, like
Honcho
going
smooth.
up, like
Yeah.
Honcho had dang near the craziest come up I didn't seen. Like, because we was even talking about, like, me and my bros was talking about it earlier, like it's still songs that like were blowing up in Atlanta, like from Honcho that people knew that like the world doesn't even know. But he was like known to us, but then he dropped the last tape and it's like now I got friends from Cali, Chicago, like down in Tuskegee, like they play Honcho, they knowing it. I'm like, dang, like that's crazy.
Yeah. I think they rock with that Your Friends joint.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the one right before that on the tape? Forgot what it's called. It's the other viral one he got. I think what is it called? What is it called?
He got a few. He got Water Park, he got Your Friends, he got
It's
What
like
You
it's
Doing?
literally this.
Yes.
Yes, that's what it
Yes.
is. It's called Yes. That's what I'm like. What is it called? But yeah, V's definitely was turning up this year. Like V's, man. Like I kid you not. Like we grew up in Detroit. I swear. 2019, out of nowhere, some dude named V's dropped Rusty, and everybody and their mama was playing it all through the streets of Detroit, all in the school. And then right after Rusty, he dropped Itself with like 2 features on there with Scoob and Sydney. Shout out Scoob, that's my bro. And they like went viral. And they like, who is this dude? Like no haircut. Like he got drip, but it's like the way he wear it, it's like, what the heck? And he was like, after he dropped a little tape then and it went up, but then he just started dropping singles, features, and then he just now dropping the tape 2023 and it took off. And we kept saying, we like, bro, all these gotta do is drop.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie, I don't know if I would have thought he would have got that big. Like everybody is rocking with V's now. Like
V's
heavy.
took off. Lucky had a good 2023 too.
Yeah, for sure.
Outside of like even like well, I ain't gonna lie, I consider them mainstream too, but like as far as like Atlanta too, like I listen to like some of the bros, like my brother Quez, 2RR, listen to my guy Infamous, like they both be going up, trending, like been going viral, really doing a big one. So listen to them, listen to like some local artists and stuff like that. But I ain't gonna lie, I really been rocking with Detroit artists heavily, like even all the way to Face. And then outside of that, I started getting into like wacky stuff, bro. I be listening to like Tame Impala and stuff in the mornings, like just vibing out. Tame Impala, yay. I got some Empire of the Sun on my playlist. I got a whole playground playlist that I create too, like that I designed to. So
That's vibey.
listen to that. I be listening to all kind of trippy stuff. Yo,
Yeah.
Trippy Red too. Like while we there.
Yeah. Shout out Trippy Red.
Cap.
That man had me turned.
No cap.
No cap.
Just good vibes. Oh, of course Thug. I can't leave out Thugger. Free Slime, man. Can't
Free
leave him out.
Slime. That boy gonna hold it down. He gonna be back soon. He gonna be
Facts.
back. He gonna be back soon.
Facts.
I think he got something up his sleeve for sure.
Yeah.
Like they don't really got nothing. He ain't did nothing. All he did was start a record label.
Nah, I
He ain't did nothing.
I don't know nothing. Hey, they ain't got nothing for real. They just reading off my boy lyrics.
Yeah. So I think they want to know, what's next, goals for 2024. Like, what can they expect from you, guaranteed, from the playground this year?
Yeah, for sure. Just personal wise, just content consistency. Consistency with the content. I'm really trying to dive deeper into like my modeling bag to like working with other brands, modeling and just building up like my personal page. So just content, fit content, fashion content.
That's hard.
As far as like the brand, right now we about to do a restock coming up soon. We're gonna drop a new special colorway of our original jumpsuits, and then going into summer, we really just hit full throttle. Like we coming up on the 1 year anniversary of the brand on 420. So 420 we definitely gonna have like a big drop. So trying to do some like real creative pieces, like got rugby polos being designed, jorts, jeans, just like overall like real pieces.
Yeah.
That's gonna stand out. Like I rock with the t-shirts, I rock with even like the hoodies, the traditional garments that a lot of brands drop, but I'm really trying to drop like some stuff
Real
that folks
pieces.
be like, yeah, nah, like that came from the playground. Like I know that came from the playground and like it have meaning behind it. But yeah, like nah, coming up, I actually will go ahead and like let you know the name, and you'll be the first to know. Our summer collection will be the Badass Kid collection. That's gonna be like the first collection that really just details me, and details like the journey of the brand and like what it really means to kind of just like express yourself. So like I feel like everybody was like a badass kid at one point in life, whether you was the kid that had
they probably still bad as hell.
On me, whether you was the kid that was going inside the cookie jar, whether you was the kid that had the gold caps in your mouth, whether you was the kid that had the freaking ring around your mouth because you was licking your lips too bad. Like everybody got a little inner badass kid in them.
What about that kid that used to do this with their eyes and push the eyelids
used to
in?
flip the eyelid.
I was scared of you. I was like, bro, we're gonna bang if you do that too close to me. Like that's unsanitary.
Yeah, no cap. I never understood or could do that one. So I missed that wave, and I'm glad I did. But yeah, everybody had like just badass kid tendencies. Like so. That's like that one thing that like I really just want folks, like I said, to tap back in with their inner child. So I'm finna like put out a depiction of just all various different badass kids, and I feel like folks gonna rock with it. Well, I actually know folks gonna rock with it. And my last goal, righteously, is just six-figure brand by this year. Like by the end of this year, have ran up 6 figures. And yeah, that's gonna happen. So, cause it's right there. Like I study enough, I pay attention enough. Like I see brands that I be in the same pop-up shops with, watching their YouTube, seeing what they got going on, and just studying, bro. Like I feel like you got to study people who are successful and study people who are doing the right things, and then mix your medicine, put in your formula, put in your sauce, and then you get a recipe for success.
You heard it here first, man. It's the Interview podcast. He just gave you free game. He just gave you the drop. Like he just gave y'all the drop for the whole summer. Like if you stayed and watched this to this time right now, you already know what's coming this summer, but you can't spoil it. That's the only thing. You can't spoil it.
No spoilers.
You gotta tell them watch it for themselves. I think that was smart though. Like paying attention and studying definitely gonna take you to the next level because you seeing direct success. You feel me? You seeing direct success and you just implement it with yours. Yeah. But I definitely appreciate you getting on this interview, my dog. I appreciate you, man. We locked in. That man coming from Alabama to the A, man, that's real. Yeah, we can do some work for sure.
Almost definitely.
A lot of brands. I got a whole bunch of models for you if you ever need them, for sure.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm definitely ready to come to the AUC. Like I said, ready to plant a bigger seed in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And I'm always down to hit the road. Like I'm literally getting right back on the road going to Alabama as soon as we finish this. And shoot, I'll be back up here this weekend. So I'm always just moving, trying to make connections, meet people. But shoot, like I know we wrapping up, so I just want to say, shoot, thank you to anybody who watched this video. Thank you to anybody who supports. Y'all got my heart, man. I love y'all. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. It really, means the world to me. Like when I see people wearing my stuff or see people rocking with my vision. So,
what if they wearing it wrong?
If you wearing it wrong, bro, hit my phone. We gonna sauce you up. Like and that's another thing too. Like, feel free. You want to DM me? I'm not no like Hollywood dude. I'll talk business with you if you want to help. If you want to start your own brand, should I help you get started? Like I don't hot sauce on manufacturers. I don't do none of that. Like whatever I got, bro, you can have. Like, cause like I said, at the end of the day, my vision is my vision, and my work ethic is my work ethic. So, yeah.
Hey, you heard it here first again. It's the Interview podcast, the #1 podcast in the world. Y'all heard it here. It's a lot of motion in the air right now. A lot of good vibes. I think I might want to do a 420 party / concert with him. You never know.
Yeah, let's do it.
So, hey, you heard it here first. Once again, thank y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Once again, y'all got that last video. So watch this video and then watch next week's video too.
Oh, yeah.
So make sure y'all tap in with his socials. Hey, they're going to be linked in the description, but they might pop up. So if they right here, just go grab it. Go follow, then go like, and then go send it to your friend. Like, this hard. Go cop.
Spread that out.
Actually, don't they need this for Valentine's? Like, they get your girl a little t-shirt or something. Get her a little jacket.
I got some smooth little sets, and I got a lot of small sizes. I got a lot of small sizes in stock right now. So if you need a last minute gift, For your girl, she gonna love the set. I promise you. It's been stamped and approved by the likes of K Carbon, Leora, all kind of stuff.
They said
That was right at the end.
No. They said if you buy the playground, your girl is gonna.
You're gonna enjoy the ride.
We're just gonna leave it there. But appreciate you again, my dog. Let's get up out of here, y'all. Let's do it. You wanna turn it off? Perfect now.